Hey.
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 Welcome.
Welcome.
It's Wicked Wednesday.
And we're Wicked Paranormal.
We are.
She's Amy.
I'm Amy.
Yeah.
He's Kevin.
I'm Kevin.
Yeah. We are TJ-less tonight.
We had a TJ-ectomy.
TJ was a little tuckered out and could not join us tonight. So get untuckered. Feel better if you're listening. We love you.
Love you.
So here we are. It's Wednesday, and we are actually at a new location today. That's exciting.
Hey, wait, we can give them like a little plug here. Hold on, where's that? There we go.
Okay, these are the lemon pepper with the garlic parm fries.
They're the frozen goose. And these
goose.
things are absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we are here on the Marietta Square, and we don't know anything about this building, so we can't really
No.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's probably haunted.
It's old. Yeah. That's all I got for this actual location. We haven't done anything yet.
I haven't done anything on this whole segment.
Oh.
I mean, nothing.
Maybe
I want to do the
that's
house
something we
next
need to
door. Look at this. Yeah, I want to do that.
The Murray House is what it's called. The historic Murray House. And we have the best bartender here. He's awesome.
He's amazing.
He's letting us loiter.
Loiter.
They're not really loitering.
We're loitering.
Drinking. We're not loitering.
Yeah,
we're
doesn't count.
Mm-hmm. So, have you had anything exciting happen to you this week?
Yes. Last night before last, laying in bed, reading, and I was reading. Shut up.
Okay. What were you reading?
I was reading Patricia Cornwell.
Some smut?
No. I mean, I've got it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, and I look up because
he has this mud under his pillow.
You don't keep it under your pillow.
That's just his cover. This is the whole cover.
You don't. This is a cool Kindle cover, though.
It is a cool Kindle cover, yes.
Yeah. It's. But I was reading. And there was a noise, at my bedroom door was shut, and there was a noise right beside my bedroom door.
Inside or outside?
Inside this time.
Okay.
It was like a click, and right when I look up, and Ray was laying kind of against my leg, with her head down by my feet, and her head came up and looked, and mine came up, and I saw a yellow flashy go, and it looked kind of like it was coming towards my side of the bed. So it was coming right beside me. And about that time you hear beside my nightstand.
Like scratching? Was that the
Yeah.
kind of sound you were?
Apparently I did it right if you got it.
Well, yeah, it was just I wanted to make sure that's what you were.
Yeah.
That's the
I heard
sound.
a scratching noise. But it sounded like if there was crumpled paper and something's kind of moving the crumpled paper around.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That noise. And she jumped over and jumped down there and ran over there and was looking at where the noise sounded like it. There was nothing back there. It was what in the world was that?
That's kind of weird that you say that. Because, and correct me if I'm wrong, and please text me or I don't know if we can read the messages or whatever, but excuse me. The other morning, I guess it may have been Sunday morning at my house, Barbara and I could hear this sound, it sounded like plastic. So what I would attribute it to is what it sounds like to me when the cat is licking plastic.
Oh, yeah, it was kind of like that.
You know that sound?
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like a cat was licking plastic. And she said, "There's a cat in here." And I'm like, no, it can't be a cat here. But I got up and looked because that's what it sounded like, a cat was licking plastic somewhere. But there was no cats.
No cat.
So weird that you say that because I had the same
Yeah, when was that?
Sunday.
Today's Wednesday. Okay, so mine was Monday. Yours was Sunday. Okay. Wow,
Yeah,
kind of weird.
very weird.
So yeah, there was that. There was some more noises just through the house, but just like thuds and but nothing that sounded like a door shutting or something that you could almost identify kind of noise.
No monsters.
No, just like a pop or a thud or whatever. So um, I think I think that's it. But the one where because I had looked up and was looking right there because it sounded like something was like right there at my door when I saw the flash. So it's not like I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I had looked up and had time to focus. And
Did you
so
see it too?
I did.
Okay.
We were people watching. We turned the camera around, but there's another table over there.
So we don't.
We don't want to disturb them. They're nice people over there, so we don't want to disturb them with our weirdness. A cute little dog
Yeah.
who apparently really wants a chicken wing.
Well, I mean, can you blame them?
No, they look wonderful.
I mean, you did the same thing when you brought the chicken.
I did, too,
You
because I
acted
was
the
like-
same way the dog did. I was like, oh my God, stop licking.
I cussed
They'll be
enough.
like-
She asked if we were already on air.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that was it. So, TJ, anything?
TJ's not here.
So,
It's not here.
yep.
So yeah, that I'm gonna have to say that now. Here's the fun part. So we were in St. Augustine this past last week, and so we stayed at Denise and Larry's. And for those who don't know, Denise and Larry have been on the show multiple times, but they have become my family over the years because I've done events with them. Started with events, then I started staying with them, and then like they're my family. They are absolutely my family.
Mm-hmm. Love them.
They're like my adoptive parents. Like I've chosen them. Just so you know, you're my parents now. But anyway, no, they know that. And anyway, I'll tell that on the sidebar. So we were there. They have things in their home that has come from Antiques and Uniques Collectibles, which was, on Oblate Street, which is the oldest street in the United States, and
Right beside the Spanish military hospital.
correct. And they had an antique shop there. So there are things in their house that have come from said antique store. One being a haunted bunny. They have come and on the show and talked about the haunted bunny. I'll have to bring them back again. Especially so now I can see them. But so there's the bunny, and I believe he currently lives in the living room. Usually he's in the room where I sleep, but he moves.
They moved him.
I'll do it.
Because he's on it, so he could.
Yeah.
He could have moved on his own.
He is on. He does move on his own.
We keep putting him back.
But
He
not
just
like
keeps
from room
moving.
to room. I think he just shift. I don't think he's a completely moving room bunny. Anyway, so
He's immobile.
Barbara saw a full. I'm gonna say shadow. I think she described it as a shadow, like a full body shadow.
Oh,
So I wouldn't say because I don't think that there were no features. I think it was just a black shadow person
a cropped shadow person.
crossing.
Oh, crossing.
Not cross.
I'm
It's a
like,
cropped one,
if you take a shadow person and crop them.
Mm-hmm. Makes them extra special. So that was kind of cool, but I always hear and see things there and I think a lot of it has to do with the things that they've brought here. Okay. my commentary. Look at my burnt nose. So I burnt it because I got a little sunburn, and then it made a blister. Look at it.
Wow. You got a little freckle.
I don't. It's like a burn. It's a
Just say it's a freckle.
blister. Yeah, look at my.
Yeah, you
freckle.
got a cute freckle.
It's new.
I got a million of them, and none of them are cute. So shut up.
Okay. Well, so again, that was kind of cool. I did get engaged. Good. Sorry. Yay.
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 It's a pretty ring.
Pirate ship.
Really?
It was a long story. Anyway, we were eating.
Did you say I?
We were eating somewhere. We were eating at Aunt Cake's, which is on the other, like, down from like Magic Beach Motel and all that.
Huh?
So we were eating there, down from Magic Beach Motel. Aunt Cake's. We were eating there, and there's like a nice pier. We got to see the sunset. We got to watch a man throw a tantrum about someone else's dog shitting on the ground. That was a lot. And then he was like screaming at them.
Really?
And then we're just like having dinner with it, and they had a little dog, and they're like, anyway, it was ridiculous. But funny. And then so we walked out on the pier after we were done eating, and it was a little windy. You know, I get cold, and my dress kept coming up, and I was like, we've got to get off this pier because my dress is coming up. And you know, I don't wear a dress very often, so it's not. Yeah, so I'm not quite. Anyway, so I was wearing a dress, and the wind was blowing, and I was like, we've got to get out of here. So we left, and we went to the ice plant. Now, I would love to investigate that place. Did you do the ice plant last time you were there?
No. Is that the winery? What's the winery?
The winery is different than the ice plant.
Yeah, I did the winery when I was there.
Did they have free tastings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Then we'll
But, I mean, we paid to get extra, but
right, but you had a free tasting.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Plus what we paid for. So we were like,
Ice Plant is the name of the restaurant in there, but it's the old Ice Plant, and it's a distillery now. And you can do the tour there, and it's also for tastings. And they mix you up little cocktails with their, like, the liquor that they distill. They mix you up little cocktails, and they also sell the mixers, which they're a little crazy. I'm sorry, they were delicious, but
they're worth it if you can afford it.
Right. And I wasn't going to spend, $20 on a bottle that's like this big. That's going to make you, what, like 3 or 4 drinks? I'm like, nah.
Last you a day.
No, bro. So we didn't do that. But we did taste the stuff, and we got drinks. But the tasting wasn't that day. That was a different day. Anyway, so that night we went from Aunt Kate's and then we had, like, bougie cocktails. And because it's the ice plant, of course, they have, like, these, like, bougie cocktails, kind of like give me like a speakeasy kind of vibe cocktails,
really?
Like where they have like the different drinks have different ice, like if it's the like a whiskey ball or the squares or chipped or yeah, so that's kind of a cool vibe. So we went and had drinks there, and then she was like, all right, well, let's go somewhere else. She was like, where? She's like, I want to see the pirate ship at night. And I was like, okay. She's like, and then like, where's the Love Tree? I'm like, I don't know, it's a different place. I was like, well, we're right down from, because Ice Plant's the same road, and the pirate ship's down the Bridge of Lions. So,
that tree's over by the Spanish military hospital, isn't it?
The what? Ice Plant?
The Love Tree.
The Love Tree is on the other side. It's down near the closer to like the Ripley side.
Oh, okay.
It's on that side, like where the
maybe it's Love
the
Alley.
Torture Museum. It's down by the Torture Museum. The duck. Oh, that duck place. Let me tell you, the duck place is not paranormal at all, but it's so much fun. There's a little restaurant. It's called a Tipsy Duck. It's not a restaurant. It's a little bar. Anyway, they have like wine and stuff. But they make these drinks, and it's very cool because like the bar top looks like it has water running in it.
Really?
Yeah, like. And then they
so the Tipsy Duck, and we're at the Frozen Goose.
Right, the Tipsy Duck. I had one that had a scent bubble.
A what?
A scent bubble, and it like blew this bubble up on my drink, and like they had this whole thing, and it blew it up on my cup. Welcome to Marietta, y'all. Anyway, So this bubble on top of your drink, and then
Hey, Adam.
when you're ready, drop this duck on top of it, and it pops a bubble, and then it makes the smell and all the flavors and all the things. It's very cool.
You drop the duck on it.
Mm-hmm. A little duck, which works for Barbara because she's a Jeep person. Do the duck things, so
Yeah.
it was cute. So that was fun, but that's down from the witch place. My Cauldron 2, also very cool.
Never been there.
If you go to St. Augustine, check out My Cauldron 2.
I don't do anything witchy.
There is the most There's the most informative lady that works in their herb section. I learned all kinds of fun things hanging out with her for a little bit. Yeah, she told us some sweet tips. I'll share them with you when we get off there. But anyways, you can go and they have the bulk, and you can get bags of if you want to buy. I got some chips, some Palo Santo chips. They sell them by the ounce or whatever, and it's just little chips, good for a cauldron.
Yeah,
throw
cool.
in there. And
I'd have
they
to
have
get a
stuff like
cauldron.
that. Different kinds of teas and things like that. You can use anything you want. You don't have to actually have a cauldron. You can use
I have a cauldron.
Anyway, so that was a cool place too. But so it's on that side.
So back to
anyway, went back to the pirate ship, and I was trying to take pictures at night. I did take a very good picture. It's actually now her cover photo, but I took that picture. Because I was taking a picture, and I turned. She's like, "I'm gonna need you to turn around."
That's such a romantic start.
I know. She's like, I turned around and she's down. Now remember, in St. Augustine, the sidewalks and things are coquina. So it's shells.
It's abrasive.
It's very abrasive. So if you're wearing shorts and you were to get on one knee,
You're going to be bleeding.
it's a little scratchy. So that's what the intensity was. Hey, Adam, I see you. I'm sorry, I didn't comment back.
I said hi.
Oh, you did? Oh.
It was like
At
an
least one of
hour
us-
ago.
At least one of us is friendly. Well, it's still on there. I'm so
He's still saying, hey, he's a nice guy.
Anyway, he is a nice guy. So yeah, the coquina. And I turned around and she's on one. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, goodness. And I was just which is weird for me to be speechless. I always have.
I've never seen you speechless.
I know, it's weird. It was weird. It was weird for me too.
Mm-hmm.
To be. And she's like, I don't even know if I got it all out. And I was just crying. And then she's like, well, can I get up? It was perfect. It was perfect.
Can
for
I get
us.
up?
It was perfect for me because I was she's waiting, and I'm just she's like, can I get up? I'm like, yeah. She had been holding this ring all night in this little purple bag. I should have brought it. It's in this little purple bag. And now it has my new pendulum I got while I was and yeah, so it was so here we are. So we did that. Anyways, so she really didn't give a shit about the picture of the pirate ship at night. That was just one. But she was like, I wasn't going to go home. I wasn't going to go back to North Carolina. Making the ring. Or she said, I'm not going back to Denise and Larry's. And apparently she had already said something to Larry. Larry knew.
And he kept a secret?
Yeah.
Larry.
Kept a secret.
Oh,
We're proud.
dude. We're proud of you.
Larry knew. There were several others that knew. Zana knew. A lot of the people that she works with knew. I did.
Well, that's kind of the point for you not to.
I know. I get it. So.
Is somebody singing down there?
I hope so.
I do too. And if they are, stay down there.
Yeah, please.
Because it wasn't good.
No. It
No.
sounded more like
Like a cross between an alley cat and a stray dog.
that's in heat.
Ah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of had that. Like. I don't know. It had a little.
It had a little stray dog in the heat.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Little. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
That's cool.
Yeah. Kind of digging out like a Halloween kind of vibe.
When? Oh, okay. I almost wore my Halloween shirt today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, appropriate.
Yeah.
But instead, look, we're wearing matching shirts.
Yeah.
And I actually chose this shirt before when I went to go to Kia. Look at us. We're like matching. Like we're twinsies. Wait, what is your back? No, your back's different. That's fine. Because you have that one I don't have.
Yeah, I have
you have
the
that fancy one.
Willard Library.
I don't have that one.
Oh, we did 10 years to do that. So, and that was, what's the date on it?
2015, October 24th, 2015.
2015? So, God bless. I waited 10 years and that was 9 years ago.
I was
I've been
so
doing
young
this.
then. I was in my 20s then.
I've been doing this for a while, I guess.
I was in my 20s in 2015.
Actually, in November, it's the 20th year of Historic Ghost.
I was just telling the guy at
Kia.
Kia.
Hey, if you're listening,
hey, thanks for getting my car in and out so quick.
what was his name?
Fuck you.
But anyway, nice guy at Kia.
I
Thanks
think
for
it starts with a T.
T. Maybe he'll say something.
You know, I have Tourette's, so I'll just shout it out in a minute. I don't really have Tourette's, so I'm sorry if I offend anyone with that. But I don't know, y'all. I'll figure it out in a minute. Anyway, he was great, and I appreciate that you were awesome. And that sometimes you get people that are like, yeah, like sometimes people are like, oh, really? Do you really do that? And you're like, yeah, and they're like, or they are excited, or they have a story they want to tell you, or like, hey, what do you mean? This isn't. I suppose we could. Okay, so if there was a place, okay, where, and there is, I'm just not going to, where you would put bodies that are unclaimed, and say they're in a, I don't know, a closet. Okay, they're in a closet.
That would explain the noises I'm hearing.
We've solved all of Kevin's problems now. Who knew? So, no, but really, if okay. Anyway.
So if there was a closet that somebody put bodies that were in?
That are unclaimed, right? And you have to store them for a specific time period, okay? And there are places that do this.
Is this legit?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so it's not like somebody's
No, this is
closet.
a real story. No, this isn't like, my closet. Like, I don't need anyone searching my house or anything.
Damn it, Amy, another body in here.
Kevin, I'm going to need your help with this one, okay?
It's just like
This is a big one.
the table over there. They're asking what we do. And we're like, yeah, we do a podcast. And they're like, what kind of podcast? We're like, ghosts. And they're like, true crime. And I'm like, we like that.
And here we are kind of talking
about having bodies in our closets.
This
I haven't done that in a long time.
This is like for legit. That's why you're having all these noises in your house. Weirdo.
Finally get the bodies out. Now the noises start.
Well,
if I'd only known.
Maybe they want to go back. Put them back. Put them back.
Put them back.
Okay, so sometimes there's objects that come with
said bodies. Oh, unclaimed bodies, unclaimed objects.
Unclaimed ashes, yes. Not actual like bodies. Like they were bodies. You know what I mean? Ashes.
Oh, so they cremate the unclaimed bodies and then they store them somewhere.
Yes.
In a closet.
In a closet, correct. And here's a little story. So there also is sometimes objects in there too that belong to said unclaimed bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But at one point, say these objects were not labeled properly. Okay, anyway, so objects get left behind. The bodies, after a certain point, they go get buried in a certain location.
Potter's Field.
No, but this specific time, no.
Oh.
Finally, someone claims one.
Mm-hmm. And says, "Where's my object?"
One went to a veterans cemetery, and the others went to go be buried at another location.
Just one? You want one or double?
Okay. I don't want to say that, like, because I'm trying not to give away too much. of my
There'll
story.
be
So, there was a watch. The watch has got a time on it, an alarm, set for the same time every day. Something happens with those bodies that have gone on to where they go. No, like, there's still some in there, but they're past their because they only keep, they have to keep them for a certain time period. Anyway,
right to see if they're claimed, and then when they're not, they
right. So some have gone. The watch remains.
here's a
watch is-
spoon on there.
I know.
I
Welcome
just
to
found
the
out as I went.
right? It doesn't work well. I'm just gonna tell you. It didn't work for ices when we were kids, and it doesn't work for this now.
No,
They suck.
for adult ices, it doesn't work.
No, they suck. Now that these other bodies have left the building, so to speak, the alarm has changed, and the time is loud, and it's louder. So,
Was it under lock and key?
yes,
So somebody couldn't have changed it and just been like, wasn't me.
nobody changed it.
Really?
No living person changed it. No living person had touched that.
Since the person was living.
Correct.
I watched it the night we got
Nobody's
back.
touched.
So where it said watch down?
I watched it last night.
Still in the place of the others that are left behind.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Get one for about
He likes. He's a nice boy.
They're on the spot.
He's a nice boy.
Yes. A nice
Very
boy.
nice
Is
boy.
that-
He is a nice boy.
You're like 80. He's such a nice boy.
He brought me my cocktail because I'm like a 90-year-old woman. Anyway, so the thing is, it's like, okay, so I was asked this question. What would you do with this item?
Wear it.
That's I'm like, well,
Uh-oh.
there are people. Oh, here comes the train now. So you're gonna probably lose us for a little bit because the train is coming. Let's hope that this is a quick one, not a super long one. But just so you know, this is the downfall of doing this right here. So yeah, it's beautiful. And maybe we'll mute for a minute. And
No, let me hear it.
Oh.
It's an experience. It may not be that.
It's not a great experience. It's a loud one.
Here it comes.
Look at this
It's
poor
going to be
dog.
great.
Is that gonna scare him? Here it comes. You may be able to see it. Like intermission.
Oh.
So there are multiple like street crossing the railroad tracks, so they have to do their tooting at everything. So
They have to toot at everything.
yeah, that makes sense to me. His
Why not?
shoes are very bright.
What?
His shoes are very bright. Look, you can't miss them.
Holy
I
crap.
told you,
They come with batteries.
they do.
I don't think I've ever seen a color without batteries that bright.
It did not match with that.
No, nothing there matches.
Nothing. None
Nothing.
of that. None of it.
From one person to the other, nothing matched.
Nothing. They. Anyway. So it's a long one, y'all. But at least it's not tooting anymore. I don't like the tooting. So loud.
I'm gonna get we have a mic at work. I'm gonna get us mic.
I think nope, we're not done yet. The big one.
Oh, look, gone. Yeah, we live.
I'm sorry. Was I staring? Was my mouth open?
I was like, you can start your story, and that's all you staring. And then
staring.
I stared, and I kind of got lost myself. I'm
my
like,
story was about. Like I got completely sidebarred by that. What was my story about?
the watch.
Oh yeah. So
And now it's
my answer
it's
to this
louder
question, and the time has changed. And so my first one was like, oh well, time changed, but no, that's been a minute. You know what I mean? Like that was in
so this just happened.
since the move.
Is the battery dying?
Possibly, and I think that's what a person thought prior
Until it changed again.
right.
What?
Why would it get
Really?
louder? No, I mean no, but why would it get louder? And why would the time change? Just because the battery is dying. But still keep a consistent alarm time. See, it went from like, I don't know, I'm just going to pick a time.
So if it went off
it
every
used to
day
be-
at 7 and the clock went ahead an hour, now it's going off an hour later to still go off at the same time of day it did before.
Right, no, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if it's like, not time change, say it's 4 hours different.
Mm-hmm.
Like it went from like, it used to go off at, I don't even know. I'm just making shit
6
up.
and
But,
now 10.
yeah,
But the alarm still goes off at the same.
goes off at 10 now. When it used to go off at 6. That's not a time change. That's not a spring forward, fall back bullshit. That's a significant time. Now, like you're saying, if it was like a time change thing, okay, I get that. But no, this is I'm assuming.
Well, and if the battery was dying and so the watch didn't keep accurate time, the alarm
But it would
set time wouldn't change.
correct.
Okay. I'm following.
And I don't think that it would get louder. You know what I mean? I would think it would get quieter
think
because
so.
it's dying. Right? And we're talking like at least 5 years.
The watch has been there 5 years?
Mhm.
Really?
And still going off an alarm. At least 5 years.
Wow.
So you tell me. I don't know.
The other guy.
But so my answer to that question is, of course, I got people for that. I know people that would want that. People, weirdos like me. Weirdos that collect weird things.
Well, I collect watches
Like
and I'm a
me.
ghost hunter, so I'm like,
Right. I mean, that's something that I would completely, but also, I don't know.
that's cool though.
It is very cool. It's a very cool story. And,
True story.
it's a true story. So it's like a true crime. Except there's,
Hey.
we're
A true
all encompassing here. We do all the things. So,
See, it's funny you said true story. 'Cause, look,
I was like, oh, are we going to see somebody else walking down the street now?
no, the cute dog's coming back.
Oh, I'm getting a hedgehog. You know, I've been wanting one for a while. So Heather had mentioned it to me, as in Heather and Jeff, for people that follow our stories and whatever. Our volunteer friends from Old South. Now
Our closest friend.
Now they become family. They must be family. 11. And so Heather had said, something about a hedgehog, and I kind of just like, I was like, yeah, of course I want a hedgehog. And then I kind of just didn't think about it. And then she sent me a picture of it. I believe,
Of the one that you're getting?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. His name is Rascal, but I'm gonna change it to Whiskey Biscuit. Mr.
Whiskey Biscuit. What a rascal.
Hold on to show you a
Getting
picture. Yeah, hold on. I gotta get to it. I didn't delete that. I don't know why. I see the weirdest. Oh, it's my screenshots. Okay. Here he is. Mr. Whiskey Biscuit. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. He's in a little tent, y'all. And it has dinosaurs on it.
So he apparently likes dinosaurs.
He's going to be a ghost hunting hedgehog. You can buy harnesses for them. Yeah. Get ready for it. Get ready.
It's never been done.
Get ready for it. So, I'm hoping to acquire him in the next couple of weekends. 3 weeks probably. I think it's 3 weeks. I don't know. I'll be in Nashville for a concert, and so I'm gonna hopefully be able to pick up my Whiskey Biscuit. Nashville.
Deb said blank.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, if you get there,
Are you at home? What time is it? You must be on your way.
When do you stop that?
Oh, we missed a bunch.
No, I'm not saying
We didn't miss a bunch. Oh yeah, my poor knee. We talked about that.
It was worth it,
It's
though.
in-
Admit it.
It didn't break any skin. She's fine. Surprised I'm the ghost. Okay. Yes, but there is a Limp Biscuit. Because Barbara's daughter
Really?
has a possum
Named Limp Biscuit?
that she named Limp Biscuit, and he yeah. So Limp Biscuit and
And there's Whisker
Mr.
Biscuits.
Whiskey Biscuit are related somehow. Related by engagement, I suppose.
But you can say, okay, send it $2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you said, unless
Bless that child. She doesn't like Limp Biscuit. Now I would like him, but Mara doesn't like Limp Biscuit.
That's the thing. The people running these things. They don't know.
Huh?
But she is excited about Whiskey Biscuit.
Really?
Whisker Biscuit.
Oh yeah.
Whisker Biscuit? That's what I thought you were going to say when you said that.
Well, actually, when I first named him, I named him Whisker Biscuit, and I was like, that's really offensive to some. This is why I shouldn't go out in public. You know, I work from home, so I have very little social skills anymore.
Her social skills are gone.
Gone. None.
Easier, but that's the thing. If this is my establishment, I wouldn't want those.
Well, look who the cat drug in.
Wow.
Well, that's the thing.
Can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, did she just walk by us like she didn't know us? I'm sorry, that they didn't know us. Rude. They must be going to get a drink. So did they do this in the car then? Oopsie.
It's a touch screen.
Whenever I park, when I park behind the train, that lot right there. Every time
Surprise, I'm the ghost. Maybe that's what she meant by that.
I
Surprise,
guess.
I'm the ghost.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they parked right next to us and saw us. Because, you know, they came from that way, the same place. They parked in the same parking lot as us.
Yeah, where you're not supposed to park.
We don't tell everybody. We just do our own thing. So anyways, Ghostwise. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That all the things. Hedgehog, engagement. I've seen Morgan Wallen this year. Like
The
I paid my car off. Like
Kia ghost story. Is that where you heard that? From the guy at the...
You're talking about the watch?
We kind of went right into it. So where'd you get that story
I
from?
have ADD. If y'all don't hold on to my story, it's going to change. And there'll be like one main story that I'm trying to tell, but I'm going to tell you like 14 other stories before we get to that story.
Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. So no, the answer is no. Here the question was.
Oh, but he was interested in the paranormal.
He was interested, but no, that story did not come from him. That he was interested in. I told him that we would be live tonight, so he could listen to us, and yeah. So other than that, ghost wise, I don't know. There is a something that's happening in my yard. Like I think I have like a weird there's something that goes by and hey. I was like, oh, they walked right on by like we just weren't even here. Like we were just
I looked at you. Oh.
Not when you went this way in front of me. I did not see. I was like, oh, I guess that's not what. Now those people are trying to parallel park in that spot that I did, and you laughed at me. I'm spatially handicapped. So, Whiskey Biscuit. Whiskey Biscuit.
That's what we went with?
For the hedgehog, yeah.
I'm where to watch it.
Well, Whisker.
Biscuit.
Whisker Biscuit. Whiskey Biscuit. Whisker Whiskey. So anyway, yeah. So that's been my excitement for the time. I will be heading up to Tennessee this weekend.
Cool.
To do some. I'm sorry, I have ADD. I know those people were doing some things.
I'm going to.
So anyway, you got a ghost story for us tonight? What's happening with you? Have you lost something?
It's all true.
Okay.
Unless you want to take
Now, I am excited. July, I'll be out. I think it's July. End of July. Gettysburg Bash
Don't know. Sounds fun.
with Heather and Jeff. I don't know. I have to look at the calendar. I can't function without looking at my calendar. And I don't put it on my phone. I have it on the wall. Because I'm old like that. You know, I'm the 90-year-old woman. What was I saying earlier? That kid. He's a good kid.
He's a nice boy.
He's a nice boy.
What a nice. He brought us
What
a
a
drink
nice
and she's like, what a nice boy. And I'm like,
Devin doesn't look surprised. This is me. So, let's see. There was something else I wanted to discuss. So, weird thing is that I originally wanted to talk about deja vu and
deja vu.
deja vu we'd already talked about.
I looked at that and I was like,
Wow, Amy. You
I
went.
could have sworn.
You were like, okay, and you just
Could've
said okay and
sworn we-
put a smiley face. No one stopped me except for Barbara's like, you already talked about that. And I was like, are you sure? And then she
and
looked it up.
dreams. We talked about dreams.
Yeah.
And the difference between deja vu and premonitions.
Yeah.
We did talk.
Was I here?
Was I
Barely,
here?
barely.
Probably not. It was one of those. It depends on what point of the show we started talking
Right.
about
I
that.
mean, what did we
It's
start
very
off
possible
talking
that,
about? Yeah.
You know,
Me.
she was here in body.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie. As long as you say whoopsie, it's okay.
Yeah. Dismisses everything.
Next week she'll be like, we ought to try doing a show at the Frozen Goose. And I'll be like,
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try it.
And you'll
Yeah.
say, okay, and
Again.
send a smiley face. Like, not try to correct me at all. Like, okay, honey.
that might work. We could try that.
Wow. air. It's so special.
It's your boat. We're just riding in it.
Choo-choo. Okay. I have a question. Like, why does this one window have that instead of the other?
What, they all look the same to me?
No, the fuck they don't.
Oh, the
Look at
vent
one at the
for
very
right
top.
above it, the air conditioning
Yeah, but-
unit.
But no, the other one. So here's my question of the day that I was thinking about, because there was a cement truck in front of my house next door. So yeah, we did remedy it. We're keeping it.
Yeah, let me wear it. I'll wear it.
Parents, their son's about to go away to college.
So anyways,
So they've
what was
got
I
this,
saying?
like,
No, I don't remember.
I did.
Because I
I,
got sidetracked by the question and then
Taurus or something. Or legal.
what?
That they were going to give away if somebody was.
I don't know. It's about something different. So look,
But
Like someone in
But she's-
the mid-20s.
her car got
it's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
Mhm.
It's been a long week today.
Oh, my question. So there was a cement truck. This is not ghost related either, but there was a cement truck in front of the house next door. How does the cement not get hard?
But then the kids are so like proper and everything, like all her advances and everything are just going out the window.
How
Is
is
this
it
like
because
a-
it's spinning? Is it
Devin, is this a
spinning?
legit question, or is she gonna turn around and like say something when I? No. Have you ever?
This is a legit science question.
Okay. Have you
That's
ever? Have you
no.
ever looked at a science or at a science truck? Have you ever looked at a?
Actually, yes.
Yes. Bill Nye was driving.
Yeah, he actually
Um,
admitted it.
Bill Nye, the science truck guy. Yeah, she's
What?
answering what I was gonna.
Okay, well that's what I said. Is it the spinning? So it is the spinning that keeps it from getting hard.
Yes.
But the so if you pour concrete and you just keep spinning it, it doesn't ever get hard.
As long as it's in motion, it's not gonna get hard.
Okay. So how do you clean out the cement truck?
You squirt it out before it gets hard, or you have to get in there with a hammer. I know it's completely opposite than what you would think. Thank you. I'm the guy, and I'm the one answering it right, and y'all two are just dying.
Oh, I mean, okay. Well, maybe it was a good guy question for you.
I'm just trying not to make inappropriate jokes.
I'm just.
He probably is too. But I'm over here asking a real question because I have real
If it's
concerns.
if it sits and it like all settles at the bottom and gets hard, you're not getting it out. The concrete will harden and adhere, and it's not going anywhere.
And then you just ruin a whole truck.
Yeah, pretty much.
I bet that's happened. Somebody probably got
Thanks,
fired
Barb.
for doing that. Okay. Well, I just wanted to know. I just had questions because I was watching it today, you know.
Instead of a porta potty, we get a cement truck.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that this, maybe the porta potty will just fall off into where this used to be a sidewalk. Because how rude that they did that. There's like people that walk their babies in strollers and their dog, and they have to like walk out into the street because there's no side. I mean, it's completely, they cut it up.
Oh, I know myself.
And it's just like, anyways, it's very rude. I hate those people already. They haven't even moved in. I'm already like, I can't wait.
They could be the sweetest people ever. She
They're
could be
not.
like,
They're not.
really?
No, I've already talked to the woman. No. Not a fan fave. Anyway, so Ghost West. So what do you think? I think you need to set up some kind of camera in your bedroom for when you're reading and you hear things.
Are we back to the cement truck thing again?
Oh, go
Okay.
back to your room where you hear ghosts.
Like half an hour sleep after that drive.
I mean, I could. I'm not reviewing that
Why?
footage.
Well, who else is going to review it? Chandler?
Chandler, watch this.
I'm going to need you to watch the next 8 hours of Dad's
Dead in his bed.
Because that won't be a weird request at all.
No.
None. Mm-mm. Mhm.
You're still checking
My
yourself over
kid
there,
would
aren't
be
you?
like,
Yeah.
what we're not going to do is that. I'm not. No. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like what it is and like, does it happen when it happens? Are you documenting what time it happens? Like, is it a kind of a
No.
residual type of occurrence? But weird that you heard the same sound I heard.
Yeah, that part's
because
weird.
Barbara
that they
heard
apart.
it too.
Yeah. When both noises, the one that made me look up and the one kind of in the direction that it was going,
Right.
got the dog's attention too.
Right. So I'm just like,
Yeah, when she jumped up and ran over there, I was like, oh, shit.
and I had heard it too, but I tend to ignore noises because I'm just used to them. And then she said something. So I was like, oh, okay, you heard it too. And I was like, because to me, in my head, I guess I just rationed it. Oh, that's just Boo licking plastic. Boo wasn't in the room. And so, because Boo's my plastic licker. If it's plastic, she's going to lick it. If it's like a bread wrapper, she's going to lick it. This is where it's cats are weird animals.
They are weird. They're cool.
They
They're
are
weird.
cool. They do see more into the spirit realm than we do. Cats are also more energy animals. Dogs are too, but not to the extent. Cats, that's their. They come in and feel the energy. If they like you, they like you. If they don't,
They don't.
they don't. You can't make them. Even though I'm like, oh, look, you just need a little sweater. You need a little
You
sweater on
need a
you.
little,
What are you getting cool? No, wait, a poncho?
a little sweater.
Because, yeah,
Because, if it didn't like you before,
Whisker Biscuit
that's
is going
got
to
to be
need
the turning
a
point.
poncho. I bet they have them on Amazon.
Hedgehog ponchos?
Don't say it like you don't know. They make hedgehog ponchos. They make hedgehog outfits. Not Kevin pulling out his phone to look it up. Look at Amazon.
Anything you could ever desire is on the internet.
From the interwebs. How do you think
I'll
I found
give you
a
that.
harness for a hedgehog? I found a little harness. So he can, investigate. I was like, he's going to get scared. I'm like, well, he can be in his basket, his whisker biscuit basket.
Whisker basket.
Whisker basket?
His name's just devolving.
Wow. This is Whisker basket.
No, he's going to be in the basket. Whisker biscuit is going to be in the basket, not.
You should never put your whisker biscuit in a basket.
Yep, they're devolving. Whiskey biscuit,
Hedgehog.
whisker biscuit, and a whisker basket
Outfits?
made of wicker.
Are you looking up outfits? He is. He's looking up outfits. What's the thing?
Hedgehog outfits for pets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can make it a shark. Get the fuck out.
Mm-mm. You can't make it. Oh, there it is. See it? Look at the little shark.
Okay, I'd stand corrected. And here
Look at
is
your shark.
3-piece cute hedgehog round frame eyeglasses. You can get eyeglasses for your hedgehog.
Yes.
She's so
This is a
excited.
dream come true.
You can make it a pig. You get whole crustacean. You can make it a
Oh,
lobster.
look, he could be a lobster. Oh, he's going to be lovely. Is there a ghost? If we can find him a ghost costume. Oh, it's perfect. If not, we're going to have to make one. Zayna, if you're listening, I'm going to need you to make
You
a
can
little
make it.
ghost costume for Whisker Biscuit. Whiskey Biscuit.
I was waiting for you to notice how many times you said it. When we were up to 5 before you realized.
You were counting.
Yes. This is part of my
Make it into
entertainment.
a drinking game. Take a drink every time I say
Oh, did you not notice?
Whisker.
We don't.
a whiskey.
We don't need a game to make us drink. We'd have to slow down if we were playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
I want wings.
Then get some wings.
I wish I'd have known beforehand.
Do you want wings?
We'll tell him when he comes back over here. He comes back over. He's very nice. He's a nice boy. He's a nice young man.
He's a nice boy. Such a nice boy. Excuse me,
85.
young man.
Well, you know, I'm having a birthday coming up, so I'm just preparing for the big 80. Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll get you a hedgehog person next.
Is that now I have the day?
We need our little ambiance.
Oh, look. Brought on me. No, don't be scared. It's
I would
just
be too, but I know what it is. So
You won't be scared of that. I did bring it.
I have to do it one time. Sorry.
oh, wow.
Right?
There you go.
$1.25 tray. But I was like, if I get hot, I can have that. So I put it in my bag. Anyway, but you can charge with this. It's got the.
Oh, fancy.
I plugged it into my. I'm
You're
sorry.
good.
We don't have any screeching.
I don't want to make
Oh,
It's
you're
all right.
good.
We've been screeching the whole night, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls are screeching.
Screeching.
Can y'all
Goes.
hear the sounds?
Ooh, nobody's over there. What's making the tables move?
Oh,
Oh, did you hear
what
that?
was that?
EVP.
That was a ghost. So yeah, this I actually did bring. It's very good. It's lovely,
It is cool.
isn't it? Did you see it? Okay, I thought so. So yeah, I love it. Anyway, but when you buy stuff, this is the purple bag she had the ring. So she was carrying the ring around it. But when you go to that little witch store, in the bottom of your bag, they put all these little it's some sage.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
man.
sprinkle it in the bag, like in the bottom of the bag. Here we go. This is train number 2. This is actually number 3 since we've been here in an hour and 15 minutes. Sorry. Enjoy the train. Enjoy the ambiance there. Spooky, right?
It's a candle.
When the very first time I did, I was a guest radio show co-host on Jimmy Honey's show, Jimmy Petanito. And I was sitting on my porch when I lived on Lacey Street, and the train went by. And he's like, oh, it's like spooky ambiance. But we weren't this close. This is a little too close, but it's still kind of cool. Whatever.
It is cool.
It's been the train tracks. The train tracks are probably haunted. Many times people have ended their lives on these train tracks, whether intentional or unintentional. Typically, it's intentional. I think to get hit by a train. It's doing that on purpose. comfort smell. Like they put it in the bottom of your bag with all of your
Oh, that's
stuff,
cool.
and it's like fresh. And Kevin's gonna.
Keep talking.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to myself for a minute now. Good time. I am quite entertaining. So
How do you tell them?
Kevin's trying to get wings. So
Ken?
he's something to talk by myself. He's trying to get wings.
Let me do.
I know.
I gotta watch mine.
This is a very long train
Probably
too.
just
So thank you for entertaining us while we do this.
Thank you. All of it sounded good, and I can't have any of it. So I'm like, just smile. Otherwise, I'll be like, okay, yeah, because I have a procedure being done Friday morning. And then, yeah, it's all I need to mess everything up and then be like, oh, yeah, we got in there, and you're like bleeding and dead. And yeah, those wings, they were really good.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Is this a colonoscopy? Oh. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk about it. I don't care.
That's the worst thing ever, just so everyone knows. When you get to be old enough and you have to have it done.
I'm clear.
Yeah. Actually, there's not a whole lot to it. The worst part is getting prepared for it.
I'm aware.
The other is just you go there and talk to people, and then you go to sleep, and you wake up, and
Hopefully you say funny things.
you've been violated.
Who's taking you?
I am worried about what I'm going to say.
Who's taking you?
My dad.
I'm going to need him to record. Cecil, if you're listening, I'm going to need you to record this when he comes out of or his procedure.
My butt raping.
After the tube comes out, I'm going to need you to start videotaping, please.
Yes.
Pretty please? Because I know I said some funny things when I came out.
Yeah, I've heard stories.
Mm-hmm. I
So-
went in there gay and came out with a husband.
When
It
a
was
gay
the
came out
weirdest
with a
fucking
husband.
thing.
That's awesome.
Ma'am, your
But-
husband is waiting for you. And I'm like, my who? Oh, no. That's weird because I divorced. No. It was just my friend. He got the pleasure. Thank you. That's a lot. But anyway, yeah, it's all the prep. Did you get your jug yet?
No.
When are you
I
going to
was
get your
going
jug?
to get it on the way here, but then I was like,
Then you could have brought it.
I could have been like,
Like what I got.
no, I'm going to get it
It's
in the
big.
morning on the way into work. Because I think I have to take the first segment before I even leave work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you have to do that at like 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm not working a full day tomorrow.
I wouldn't. I would.
No.
If,
And you
if
have to
that,
make-
if you're gonna, I would take your first part and go home.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm not going
Go
to.
right home.
They really should have thought that shirt through.
Go right home.
Because you have to take the pills first.
Uh-huh.
And that seems to be the rush to the bathroom part.
Yeah,
So-
it takes a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I don't want to be like 20 minutes from home. It only takes me 20 minutes
Oh
to
no,
get
that's
home.
too long.
Yeah,
That's too far.
yeah.
That's
So, not a full day at work tomorrow.
No.
They don't know it yet. But,
No, you need to leave at like 3. You
okay,
need to
Barb.
take your first round at home.
No, I'm going by her advice.
yeah,
Thank you, Barb.
yeah, you're right. Because you don't
Yeah.
want to be. What if you hit traffic?
I know.
What if there's an accident?
It'd be kind of funny because Chandler's in the car with me, and I'd be like, "Oh God!" Thank you. That was like fast. Yeah. So, do you want one?
No, thank you. I
No,
do
do you
not
want
want
one?
to eat a wing while I'm like, on camera.
I saw him over there, and the dog was going crazy, and I was like,
And he turned into the dog. And he was like, "Oh, they have wings." Ooh.
Wings
like,
are good.
"God, they're big."
I got good wings here.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Blue Gatorade? I can't have blue. They said no blue.
Yeah, I think it's because of the dye that's in it.
Yeah. I just could go normal yellow, but all day tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
All day. Just,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I'm going to die. I
You
was
can
thinking
have
I'll do
some
broth.
broth.
No, because it's got fat.
Not if you do no fat broth.
Do they have no oil, no fat broth?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
They
Really?
should.
And no particles?
I haven't.
Just drink chicken.
Just
Just
fucking
don't.
drink water then. Goddamn. Just drink a
Sassy.
We're trying to help you, and you're like,
I'm over
But-
here being all
but-
supportive.
but
And
use a vegetarian broth of vegetables,
Very true.
okay.
and then
Each one.
there's
You're
no
gonna get
fat. Vegetables don't have fat, so.
I'm getting enough protein right there. I'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
This is too hot.
So have you had anything
Hey, you do have
exciting,
good one.
ghostly happen?
Those are good.
Ghost things? Oh,
We'll let you stuff your face.
Oh, wow.
I'm just helping you, right? Go
Mhm.
ahead and go.
I haven't had any
You sure
ghostly
you don't
things
want one?
happen recently.
All right, second now. Some of us have to stay on screen.
Some of us are just. I'm just your special guest in the corner over here.
Special guest. I mean, and you're
I'm
like,
here.
oh, is this an invite? I mean, you always show up anyway.
It was
so
a
what's
joke.
these two?
It's my specific invite,
Mm-hmm.
as per usual. I usually just show up, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
So much yelling. I don't know what's happening over
I
there.
think somebody found the street piano.
The street piano.
There's a roaming piano in the Marietta Square. Did you not know that?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's like it's a part of the art department, and they like paint it different like things every season or so.
Uh-huh.
At least this is to my knowledge.
You
Does
know
it
about the
actively
seasonal
roam?
fish, right? Seasonal fish. It's a mailbox.
Oh yes,
That's
It's
another
very
thing
similar.
in Marietta. The seasonal fish. It's like these people. This lady paints her mailbox to like, whatever season, or for someone's birthday, or like
Yeah.
Mardi Gras, or whatever. She does all the things, and it's very cute. Right now, it's probably Marietta because graduation.
Mm-hmm. So
I have to look on their Instagram. They have an Instagram. Seasonal fish, Marietta.
seasonal fish. The season of fish. It's not Pisces.
No,
That's me.
this is Gemini season, bitches. Sorry, Pisces.
It's all right.
We own this. Oh, curbing it. Oh, God, and we just keep curbing it?
And your tires were.
Shit.
That was bad. That was pretty bad.
Oh. Is that even a parking space?
He's like, fuck it, I'm in a truck.
Technically, yeah.
So I'm in the truck light. It don't matter if I ruin my tires? Okay. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, so ghosty things.
Yeah.
I mean, the last thing that happened in my realm was, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it's been quite a while now. We swore it was Mo, but Mo ran from it. We had basically a mimic voice in our apartment.
That, yes, you did.
I mentioned it to you, but I don't know if
I don't think you did
mentioned
on
it
here.
Yeah, so
Mimic.
basically, my partner and I were in the bedroom just laying and chilling out. And it's quiet, it's dark, we're getting ready for bed. And
You know, I feel bad.
out of the blue, as clear as day, we heard her voice say our cat's name. So we thought, because Mo is really good, because our youngest cat, he's 2 years old, he's an orange, so he's very talkative. We swore it was him. But he ran away from the noise. Like, he stopped and ran away from it. And so we kind of got up and, like, looked about the apartment, because we're the first to die in a horror film.
Clearly.
I ain't scared of no ghosts. And then we didn't go sleep for the
We're
rest of the
probably the
night.
first to die. Because we're like checking it out.
Checking it out.
Where did
That's
that sound
equipment,
come
at least. But yeah, no, clear as day, it was her voice saying our cat's name. And it was really, really sketch because in our apartment that we've been in for like 3 years now, almost, nothing really happens there. Not like our old place. Our old place is hot as shit.
Well, you were in that.
But yeah, it was real creepy. It hasn't happened since, but it was really weird.
I had a mosquito kept landing on my head.
Prime location.
They're biting my legs.
Pants. But yeah, I mean, I can never attribute any kind of like, because Barb mentioned shadow people. You're mentioning shadow people earlier.
Yeah.
Before I got here. But yeah, no, I have issues with shadow people all the time, no matter where I go. So, I can never attribute it to the fact if it's actually a shadow person or if it's my brain, because I got the mental illness. I've got.
I think
the
with or
mental
without
illness.
that, that's a valid question.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. Is like for me particularly, I have bipolar disorder, specifically bipolar 1, that comes with auditory and visual hallucinations. Very vocal about it. I talk about it all the time. So it's always kind of like a guess for me whether or not it's actually like paranormal disturbance or if it's just mental disturbance. But I'm for sure on board with the fact that like I think they kind of go hand in hand sometimes, and like spirits will definitely latch onto those who are a little bit more mentally sensitive.
Absolutely.
So it's probably a mix of the two, and specifically regarding shadow people, like they know they can get to me because I've got that little link in my brain that's like energy. They feed off the energy that I provide. So yeah, they're creepy as hell. Ghosts.
That's like a pass the candle.
Pass the candle. So you can talk. You have to hold the candle to talk. But yeah, no, I'm 100% on board with the fact that I think we were talking about it last week too. That any kind of paranormal energy definitely feeds off those who have a higher frequency to receive their energy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, mental illness, psychic mediums, anybody who I think is, and I think you can come by that being, it's not hot.
No, I smell chicken wings.
Chicken wings, hot, whatever.
We're in Marietta.
We're in Marietta. Welcome, Marietta.
Yeah, you'll find both.
Yeah.
Find out.
And both are delicious. So, I don't know. I think that there's that. And then also, I think if you're exposed to some sort of a traumatic event, I think if you're more if you're in that PTSD sort of realm too, I think that opens you up because you're hyper vigilant at that point. You're hyper aware. Speaking from my own experience, the things that I think from a couple of years, a span of time of that for me being always on, being hyper vigilant, and me always being. I'm always listening, and that's part of my sleeping issues too. Is that I'm still pulling that, but I also wonder sometimes the same. Does that open me up more because but it also opens me up to things that aren't good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
energy is
energy.
energy.
Right, and I am at that point, or at that time, not now, but at that time, especially after Haley died, I was a little more, and I did take a break from investigating for a while. I took even a break from doing radio for a few weeks. I came back, I think, for Tony Sparrow. Actually, I think that's who that was. And I came back. And I don't know. I think that in that time span, I have heard more things. I have become more, I listen more to my intuition.
Yeah.
and things like that, because
It's also about, and going back to the PTSD and any kind of particular traumatic event, it's
Mhm.
also recognizing patterns too.
patterns.
Patterns.
I had to say patterns. And then if you know, you know. Patterns.
But
you know.
it's a thing. But yeah, being open and understanding to the patterns and the energy, those combined definitely allow you to be a little bit more sensitive to those trying to communicate, which is
She
super
said it again. And I was like,
super good.
oh. Patterns. You gotta keep an eye out for them, because if you start to notice any kind of a pattern,
God forbid she watches herself.
straight to hell I go.
Me too.
In a basket with a hedgehog.
Whiskey biscuit whisker basket
Whiskey.
made of wicker.
Yeah.
Oh.
my gosh, stop.
Whisker basket.
This is going to be a
Yeah.
TikTok.
It's a TikTok tongue twister. Man, I'm on fire today.
Oh Show's about you now.
Oh, it's about me now?
Yeah.
Cool.
About you.
Hi, welcome to my
Whisker.
show. I've adopted it. It's mine now.
I'm going to talk about whisker rhyming biscuits and things.
Yeah. Ghosts are cool.
I keep
Whiskey.
we've got this house in the background, and
Mhm.
I'm kind of cool
The
with having
vibes.
it in the background. Yeah.
The vibe.
So I think maybe next week we should do this in the background. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool vibe. You got this old. Look at it,
Yeah, it's cool.
right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so we're trying this out. Luckily, we were able to figure this out tonight before we embark on having a guest and having to try to deal with the sound issues. And are we on their Wi-Fi?
Mhm.
Oh, cool. See, it's great. So this is good. We are trying it out tonight.
We have another place that I haven't talked to you about yet that wants us to do it there, and they're willing to give us a room.
kind of a room.
We'll talk about that later.
Depending on what kind of room I may be in or not.
Same. I don't know what we're talking about. So.
I only do audio, not video. Sorry.
This is where the show goes.
That was my one.
Hi.
That was my one.
That was a good one, though.
Keep for myself.
This
You
is an
saved it well.
Explicit show, friends. Okay.
We're all sick of
That's
it.
the-
It's great.
Hence the whole
So
whisker.
Mhm.
Hence the whole whiskey biscuit. Whisker, whiskey, whatever his name is. Something with a biscuit.
You might want to get that. I was about to say, might
I'll
want to
work
get
on
that
it in a
straight,
little
but don't do that.
Don't go straight. So what is our next? We need to have an investigation with our team.
Mhm.
It's time.
Well, somebody called and wanted us to come investigate, but it was too far away
Mm.
and in a really bad time frame. And I was like, send me your information. I'll find a team down there. And I haven't heard back. So.
I made some friends with a girl down there in Savannah.
That's where I think we need to go back to.
Well, and she said she would hook us up with the investigation at Moon River
Mm-hmm.
with a discount.
Networking, kids. Life lessons. Follow
Yeah,
Amy for more
Make
tips.
friends. Make friends. Talk to people. Never know what you're gonna get.
It's true.
You never know. And actually, because I'm of my coupleship, I am not the friendly one.
No.
And so it was really Barbara that started talking to her before I did, because I'm like
Yeah,
I'm
this
just
checks
like-
out.
I'm just gonna observe.
You're not the friendly one?
No.
I did not see that coming.
Really?
I know. A little blindsided, really.
It's shocking to everyone. To those closest to me, they're all like, "What?" They're all clutching their pearls. Are y'all clutching your pearls?
Mm-hmm.
Mine are
I
already
am not
broken.
the friendly one. Okay. Now, once you know me, I'm super friendly.
Mhm.
But if I'm walking into a new situation, not friendly at first. Feral.
Feral.
It's like my shirt. I have a new shirt that says polite, but feral.
I hate to tell you, I don't think that feralness ever really goes away, does it? No,
There's always a touch of feral.
always a touch of feral.
And it just gets
Oh.
more unhinged.
What?
Unhinged feral. That's her new perfume line.
There's a
One's touch of feral, and that's a little on the spicy side.
as you should be.
And then there's the unhinged feral.
That's a different mood. That's a different day. It's a different. It depends
Completely
on the moon
different vibe.
phase. Depends
Completely
on the moon
different
phase.
vibe.
Go by the moon phases. You know, you never know. Now feral but friendly sometimes.
True.
Mm-hmm. Just don't cross. Now there is a fine line between, and I had this conversation with a friend. I won't mention their name. They may or may not be listening, but about that there's a fine line between feral and crazy.
I can get
fine
behind
line. There's a fine line between.
Depends on your definition of fine.
Just don't trip the wire.
Yeah, I would say it's more of a tripwire between the two.
But you know, I wouldn't consider myself to be like a little more on the feral side than the cray side. But again, are you laughing? Are you
Laughing at
both
her.
laughing?
And it
She's
wasn't
like-
laughing.
You are
I
laughing.
saw the gears turning and her face was like, mm-hmm.
Let's look at you. What does your face look like? Uh-huh. That is not what your face looked like a minute ago. You were laughing and you're like, okay, but there is a fine line between feral
and crazy.
and crazy.
And usually in the form of a tripwire.
Correct. I think that's the best thing to describe it. Just don't trip the wire and you're good. No, you could trip. I think there is a fine line. You don't have to be crazy to be feral.
It's like squares and rectangles.
Thanks.
Similar
It's like
but
apples and
completely
oranges.
different.
What the fuck kind of a fucking analogy is that?
You got it.
Of course he would.
What? Feral?
Well, squares or rectangles, but not all
Feral.
rectangles are squares.
But friendly.
Uh-huh.
There's a theme song.
And then,
Wow.
oh,
That's what's going to play during the perfume
I did
ads.
with the shadow at Larry and Denise's. Did what? I don't remember what we're talking about.
But that was like 20 minutes ago.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't. Yeah, it was. Well, it just showed up. I just saw it. But the shadow person, yeah, that was cool. So y'all, we will. Oh, we got a little more time. We'll be back next week with a guest. So
We
it's
got
like-
more time, but we'll be back next
No,
week.
hold on.
Good night,
No,
everybody.
but we will have somebody next week. We're just trying this whole situation out in this location. I think it's okay.
No, I do too. I like
And
it.
I think, well, but like we even got kind of got the sunset in the background a little bit.
Sky changing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we get the random trains that go by.
No, I like this.
Yeah.
But
It's lovely outside too. Now, come August, we may not like it so much out here.
this other, and you like this location.
I do.
No, I meant where the people that said we could have a room.
He just did a weirdo wink at me, and I'm like, now I'm like, okay, so I know it. Is it? Oh,
I told you you'd like it.
I do like it.
So good food, a whole room. We could have an audience. I could wire it for the audience where if they have questions, they can walk to a mic, have it all aired. I mean, this is cool. I would say
Kevin's
I want to
laughing.
get some kind of something with the frozen goose.
Mhm.
or where we could do like special outings out here. But the other is that's a good.
Is it this one, the one I like specifically?
Mhm.
Because there's multiple locations. You're talking about this one that I.
Yes, the one that's near your house.
Yes.
Your house.
My house. My
Police
Mhm.
house.
You know that side room that has a pool table and the little alcove in it and all of that?
Yeah, like on the left when you walk in.
Yeah, that would be our room to do our show.
Oh, I love it. We
So-
can play pool.
Yeah. So, what do you think about Ghost? 8-ball, corner pocket. But because I think if you could set it up that way with an audience and have it
Love
all
Marietta.
wired, I do too. It would be really cool.
Yeah, no, it would be.
I mean, this would work
Hmm.
for it for like smaller crowds, but that would handle larger crowds if I can get this going the way I want to.
I mean, I loved where we were with the, but I had a bad experience with them. I'm gonna have to say, at Red Hair. Yeah, this is why you shouldn't. Yeah.
Wow.
And I love that place. And
Oh, I love it.
loved that we were down there, in the morgue, basically, doing the show. But again, we had zero freaking, what's it called? Words are hard. So it just sounded like shit, but it was a cool location. But we had a really shitty time with them. We were there on Saturday. And like our friends that come down from Winder, drove and we hung out on the square. Zana and Courtney, if y'all are listening. And we came here, but we started there, and the waitress, bless her,
Shoot.
was charging other people's drinks and food on our friend's card. And closed it. So it already processed.
Oof.
Wow. Did
So
he
she
have
goes
a
up to get another drink, and they're like, "Oh, well, we closed her tab." And she's like, "Why?" And oh, well, she's like, "No." So I just paid for. And they're like, "Oh, no, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it." And then they charged it again. They charged it twice. So, yeah, not happy. So the waitress seemed to have zero clue as to life skills and other things. And I'm not usually a dick when I go out. I promise. I'm really
just
not.
when you talk about it.
Because I have waited on tables, and I've been a bartender. I've been a waitress. I've done all the things. Okay, I've worked
Yeah,
in
me too.
retail. Okay, so I'm very respectful to those that do what they do. Do you have my son's? Will you text him and tell him his food is in a pan in the refrigerator? He just needs to heat it up. I just heard the ding that he got home. Sorry. But his food is in a pan in the refrigerator. He just has to heat it up.
Administrative assistant.
Thank you. So I'm like, if I pull him in front of him in the middle
Pardon
of the
me.
story, and I just heard he got home, and I was like,
Do you
could
want
you
coffee?
could
I'd
you-
love to go on an intern coffee run.
Actually, that
Yes.
sounds amazing. Thank
No.
you.
No, I will not.
So no. Back to this. What was I talking about? Fuck. My life.
The tab.
Oh yeah. So this happened. So she's like, "Oh well, the manager will be here in a little bit."
Huh? So sit here and wait on the manager to get to work?
Even though I've already charged your card for.
Yeah, not
So
good.
the manager shows up, and the manager's like, "Oh well, don't worry. We've sent it back because we were trying to separate the tab. We had ours, and they had theirs, and they charged it all plus other people's onto her card. Okay, no, and so I'm starting to raise my voice because number one,
Feral.
Farrah. Number two,
Feral.
Farrah. Number three,
Alcohol. Which
and-
makes number 4 also feral.
Yeah. with the mouth. So I'm like, excuse me. I was like, I don't understand what the issue is, and I started to be like raising my voice, and I'm like, no, I want to see. And he shows some bullshit like whatever receipts and everything. Well, to this day, none of that money has come back.
Really?
It is Wednesday.
Plenty of business.
Plenty of business days.
Wow.
So I just want to say, not happy, and I'm glad that we're not going to be doing the show there because I, at this point, am not confident in giving them my business unless I'm just going to go in there, buy one drink, and close my tab every time because I certainly don't want
if
to
we're
open
going
a
to
tab
do a
with them.
place that we're hoping people will join us and sit there and have a nice evening, get something to eat, something to drink, be a part of the show, you don't want them to have a bad experience.
No.
And I agree. I didn't know that.
No, and I was like, and again, this is a place that I frequented often. More so, I guess.
Almost every time we're on
it.
the square, we go there at least.
We
once.
go there, even if we just walk in and have a drink, even if we just walk in and use the bathroom, get water, whatever. But we go there, and
we spend money there more often than we don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
and
that's sad.
At this point, I'm not happy. And here's my thing: is my history in being in restaurants and working fine dining and things like that. This man didn't even offer to comp anything. He didn't offer to be like, because we still again had to pay for what was actually ours. Mm-hmm. They split it and whatever, but how easily could he have been like, you know what, I'm really sorry this happened, this sucks. Can I get y'all a beer? Can I get y'all a drink? Can I comp your drinks?
Something that would cost him like 80 cents.
Correct. Can I bring y'all a basket of, I don't know, fritters? I just made that up. They don't have fritters, but I just pulled that out of my ass. But you know what I mean? Like, can I bring y'all some shots? Something.
Just pulled fritters out of my ass. Would you like some?
They're fresh.
As long as they're fresh, yeah. Are they organic?
They are organic.
As long as they're organic.
Yeah.
I have to have organic when I have fritters. No. So I found that to be distasteful. I believe that manager, as shitty as the situation was, the fact that you comped nothing, and the fact that the waitress was not apologetic at all. She was not apologetic at all. There was nothing. Nobody felt any. They were just like, oh, it's just a whoopsie. Okay, well, you whoopsie.
Well, fix it.
Yeah.
If it's just an oopsie, then fix it.
Yeah, but you still haven't fixed it, and
it's easy just to start from scratch and say, okay, you had this, you had this, you had this, you had a sandwich, you had a whatever,
and that's what they did in the end. But they still haven't this large.
So
chunk,
they paid for their food and everybody else's.
Their food, our food, and other people's food. Everybody's. They were adding drinks and we're watching some parallel parking. We're judging. No, but I think that they should have offered something at this point. I think you should have comped something.
I agree.
Comp her meal on their tab, not mine. You don't have to comp mine, but comp theirs. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that I don't know. I think that's bad business, and so I would rather not give them my business anymore.
I just saw that. How did I miss that before? Barb.
I told you that these things aren't coming through because look, it's at the same time as this. And remember, I didn't see this. And that's what's happening. Like, how did you? It didn't. It went from that to that. And maybe that. But we didn't see this, and I didn't. I don't know what's happening with the chat.
I don't know.
Anyways.
But Barb was hallucinating, so.
Oh, yeah, no, I left it that earlier.
Oh, did you? So it's coming up right on yours? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. At least,
At least somebody's.
People that are watching the show are seeing these in real time.
I'm sorry. We would like to comment back to you, but
we're just
now seeing them. So,
thank you.
It was.
Look at. Hi, welcome to Wicked.
I'm sorry, I thought I saw spirits.
Okay. I see things I wish were spirits.
Same. All the time. Yeah. Listen, I did when I had to go to Kia today. They have some really good snacks
Hi.
there. They have great
Was that
snacks
bright
at
tennis
Kia.
shoes that just walked by? Was it? Well, he's really nice. He looked over and said hi.
Was that right?
So, okay, well, that's nice.
Yes, that's how we differentiate. My neighbors have names like that too. I wonder
Bright
what my name is for my neighbors.
What are we doing?
Is that my name to the neighbors?
I'm scared to ask what's going on. No.
No.
Thanks for offering. Okay, have a nice day. I'm acting like I'm armed, and this is one time I'm not.
Great. Good thing you got the two of us over here.
No.
Full of rage.
Got the feral one.
Yeah,
Semi-feral.
I'll be like,
Full of rage.
oh shit,
Feral one's
I'm
full
not.
of
I
rage.
don't have anything. This
So
is
it's like
great.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, but one's feral, one's full of rage. So let that guy scream again. Oh yeah, drive a little faster. Yeah, there's a speed limit. It's like 20.
I'm surprised they haven't put a speed
Oh, not. Shh.
limit.
Speak of none of those speed humps. Oh, here he comes, y'all.
Snuffleupagus. Is that what he said?
I hope so.
I want to see Snuffleupagus.
He's coming. Can y'all hear him? I don't know if y'all can hear him.
I think that's the nice boy. It sounds kind of like.
Woo!
Anyway.
Yeah. And back to the show.
Back to the show. So,
So-
and you know, if you're listening and there's something that you would like for us to discuss, a topic, I would love that. Suggest it, email us, text us, whatever you have of us. And we love topic suggestions, and then we can find if they're specific, like guests that would be more knowledgeable about said topics than us, because sometimes or
It's just
him,
What?
because sometimes I don't really know. I know some things, but you know, and we can find people that know things about whatever we don't know.
Yeah,
We got friends.
we do have friends.
We got friends.
We need to
Oh.
go up to the big. Let's get a bunch of us together and go up to the Bigfoot Museum. What's she laughing at?
She
'Cause we
said
said
surprise.
we have friends,
Yeah,
and then she went surprise.
yeah.
Oh
That's what happened. Devin is not supportive.
no.
Thank you.
She won't go get us coffee either.
No.
After she said, "Would you like some coffee?"
Yeah. And then no coffee.
No, it's okay. We'll just drive home on what we've had. Thank
yeah.
Don't do
Fuck the coffee. Anyway, so yeah, please let us know. Oh yeah, the Bigfoot Museum.
you. Yeah, let's take a bunch of us up there.
Like a field trip.
A field trip. Go
We'll
see
bring
it.
y'all with us as a field trip.
See if the owner's there. I want him on the show.
Okay.
And he's not. I mean, I was going to talk to him about doing, because at one time he was going to put something together called the Bigfoot Experience, which I thought was a great idea. And so I would like to do like a little bit of cross stuff.
It was something wet. I'm sorry. Enter to my shoe.
There's a cement truck under there.
I think it was my cup. It was my cup. But I was not expecting it. It dripped right into my shoe. Continue.
Uh-huh. It just went.
Continue.
But
Bigfoot.
I was talking to
experience.
him about doing some cross stuff with ghosts, and then another event with Bigfoot, and he was interested. So we ought to see what we can do with him.
That would be spectacular.
collabs.
Go up there and do the show.
That's true.
Live from the Bigfoot Museum in Cherry Log, Georgia.
That would be fun.
I'll make you a jingle.
You make us a what?
A little jingle.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
With the paranormal live on location. All right, anyway.
I like it.
I'll workshop.
We're set. Okay.
Good for you.
We got our jingle, and now we just got to go on location.
Okay.
So,
On location.
on
We're on
location.
location now at the Marietta Square. And so far, we've had nothing happen paranormal. We have some interest.
Except for the lights flickering.
To the-
again. It's like the third time.
I thought that was me.
Look,
Like I
this guy
just
went
saw
weird.
it.
This has been happening like 3 times now.
Right behind me.
Right under.
Have a seat.
Hello, friends. Come sit
Yeah.
down.
Tell us a story.
We love a story.
You know, as haunted as this place is, doing a show from here, there could be like EVPs going across.
Brainstorming.
We could.
Because I guarantee you that place is haunted.
For sure.
And the light's out now. Did anyone leave?
Ooh.
Because the light was on up in that room, remember? Let me turn it so that people know. Remember the light was on like here? Yeah. Yeah, right there. And now it is not. None of the other lights were on. It was just that one. And now it's not on. Ghosts are scary.
Ghosts are cute and friendly.
Terrifying.
Not as terrifying as mosquitoes
I give you that.
or those pinchery bugs. Earwigs. Not a fan. Those can go straight back to hell where they came from.
They have horns already.
Yeah. So just go back to where you came from. And where do they come from? What do they eat? And do they
Ears.
really get in your ears? That's just an old wives' tale.
And they eggs.
No, that's an old wives' tale.
They hatch in your brain.
I hate you. You know this is going to keep me up tonight.
But the parasites.
No. They don't really get in your ear. Why do they call it earwigs then? They get
I
in
don't know.
wigs?
Maybe.
If you had a wig, they would get in it.
Maybe they get in your ears after you put on your wig.
Thank God that I don't wear wigs. Because I don't want my wig or my ear.
What's the
That's a
earwigs?
big bug.
Seriously, so they've set off my back door camera.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. Probably my child, but it's fine.
So tell me a ghost story.
Can I help you?
No. Nope. What is that?
It's a beetle.
Don't pick a beetle.
It's a June bug.
It's not June.
It's early.
Yeah.
Just
It's like, I am a day or two early, but
just came for the party. Heard y'all were having drinks and chicken wings, so here I am.
I heard he'll be out tomorrow, so I thought I'd show up today. Actually, it's not tomorrow, it's the next day. I'd be fucked if it was tomorrow. I had wings last
June?
night. Good luck.
Oh no, your thing. They're gonna see Jesus on Friday.
I'm worried about seeing Jesus on Friday.
You're gonna see. Well, actually, you'll probably see him tomorrow.
I'll probably say his name a couple times tomorrow
Yeah, and you may see him. I don't know.
after I'm having my Dumb and Dumber moment.
Yeah.
My knees bouncing and
Just remember, like, just when you get comfortable and to go to sleep, at the back door.
at the back door. He's coming out the back door.
It's real. We talk about real things. It's not ghost related. I mean, you're going to get the ghosts of everything that you've ever eaten in the last year or more. You're going to see it again. It's like, hey.
That's all right. I'm in a weight loss challenge, so I figured that'd help. How'd you lose 20 pounds in 1 week?
this big jug of juice I drank and these little magic pills.
Yeah.
Do not recommend. 0 out of 10.
No, I'm actually scared about it.
Do
Not
not
the
recommend.
procedure. I'm scared about what they'll find.
I'm always scared.
No, I'm terrified. Because with all the stuff that I had going on in there, yeah, they're like, well, my really sweet doctor who I love very much, very nice guy, and he's like, okay, just to be like completely transparent, I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, that large, yeah, it's small chance, but that could be cancer, and I'm like, thank you very much. So now I'm terrified they'll get up there and go like, oh, holy shit, look at that. That's not good. So, yeah. I was like, well, that would explain why I've been so sick. Yeah. Uh-huh. So anyway.
Note to self, kids, get your, when they tell you to do it.
Colonoscopies when
do
you're
it.
supposed to. So, hence why I'm having
It's not fun, but do
chicken
it.
wings and,
He's living his best life tonight.
yes,
It's a party.
Because tomorrow,
I'll be seeing Jesus.
yep. And you see a lot of the bathroom. Set yourself up, maybe a little TV
I was
tray.
literally about to say the same.
Put the
Set a
TV
little
in there.
TV
Yeah.
tray so that you can have a laptop. So if you want to watch something
Oh, yeah.
while you're
yeah.
in there, you can. Or, some
Some
TikToks or
calm
something.
Zen music. Like
Yes,
screaming.
something. That's what I was missing in the bathroom is that I didn't have a little table so I could use my laptop so I could like watch Netflix or whatever. Cause damn it. It'd be like you lay down, just get back into your show again and then banging like the cops, you're like, okay, shit. I'm going, but I just started watching again. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Or you get a little night and you're like, oh yes,
Oh,
perfect.
yeah,
I feel
I've never been this comfortable
I've
in my
never,
life.
ever this comfortable, and here come the cops again. Wake up!
At least it's like at 7:30
We
in
got
the
a
morning,
search
so I'll be
warrant.
done with
We got a
everything.
search warrant. It doesn't matter.
We have a search warrant. That's the next morning.
But they serve it all night. They're like, wait a minute, just in case you forgot,
That's
here it
the
is.
evacuation
Here's your
procedure.
paper
So
again.
we need everybody out of the building.
Now. In fact, over the next 10 hours, we'll be slowly.
With everything paranormal that's been happening in my bedroom, in between my spot and the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's all gonna hit tomorrow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go to get up and there'll be somebody standing there. Excuse me, are you going to the bathroom? I'll be like, motherfucker.
Move! Not the boot, my pants. Move!
Yeah.
It's real, folks. I mean, I hate to be like, we're going to talk about shit on the show instead of ghosts, but it's real. So you do all those things. When they tell you to get it checked.
Yeah, do get it checked.
Well, I've been telling you that for
Only like 2 years because I'm only 2 years behind. Yeah, what's it, like 40 when you're supposed to get the first one done?
No.
I think so.
No.
Is it 50?
I think it's 45.
Oh.
It's 45. That's when it's 45, and I think I was like late because I didn't realize they had changed it. It used to be 50, and then they dropped it down, and I thought that it was.
It's 40.
Is it? Well, I was real late then.
But for me, it's going to probably be in the next 3 years because I have a history of colon cancer. But yeah, it's 40.
TV
So-
tray, laptop, charger, plugged in. Just plug it into the wall.
Just get one of those like
Mm.
Kindle holders that go around your neck.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
just have it at your neck at all times, so you can just lay down and be like this, and then be like, "Oh man, it's already attached to you, and you don't have to pick up
So I
anything."
can be sitting there and be like, I don't have time to get up.
iPad baby, it's iPad baby moment.
Yeah. Yep.
You're gonna just, there'll be a lot of pants pooping if you're not careful.
Did you say be a lot of pants pooping?
If you're not careful, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, don't go far from home.
I'm not.
Don't
I'm
don't
like-
even go check the
I'm
mail.
like 7 steps.
Don't even check the
maybe
mail.
from my.
Don't even check the mail.
I got a kid to do all that.
Good. Because you're not gonna want to check the mail.
No.
Make sure your pants. I don't want you to check your pants. Check in the mail. Another tip for people that is like not ghost related is pay attention to the street. If it feels hot to your bare feet, pay attention to your animals because their feet is even hotter, and you're wearing shoes, and 'tis the season for all that. And I keep seeing people post all this stuff on Facebook about that. So I was like,
Well,
and
no,
I
it
see people
happened
posted
to-
in front of bars, and
It happened to my dog because I was conscious of that. And we ran outside and I was talking to, I forget, somebody pulled up and we were talking about my dog playing fetch.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw the ball like over to the yard. I know the people across the street. And she ran across there and then grabbed the ball and turned and came in the cul-de-sac and up the street for one house worth. It fried the daylights out of her balls. And so, yeah, it can happen like
Mhm.
that.
Also, friendly reminder: if you're on any SSRIs, you are prone to heat stroke if you're not careful. So be careful out in the sun. Sun.
SSRIs.
We're saving
Son.
lives.
We are. We're educational.
We are educational. Did you want one?
No.
I just grabbed the last one, started like squeezing it. Are you sure? you don't want a piece of
Please
this?
do not spit all over me.
I'm willing to share.
Mm-mm.
No, it's all right. It's freshly squeezed meat.
Mm.
Oh, it's all over my fingers. You are doing really good. I'm so proud of y'all.
We fought back the urge to say that's what she said multiple times because Devin and I think like that. And so I was like, don't, Amy, don't.
Man, it's a wonderful weather out.
Goodness, look at this.
So breezy.
It is calm and lovely. I mean, the sky is so clear.
Stars. Even.
Even stars. It looks like there's a cross.
I think a bug walked across the camera. You saw that too, right?
I did too. Yeah, that's why I looked at you. Like,
No, it's somebody's car.
no. This was like across the camera.
I'm looking at it. It's somebody's car.
Now it is. That's not what we're looking at. We don't. I mean, it's not there now. We just did like a. It's like
it
those
did
ring
this.
camera pictures that everybody wants me. I love y'all, and I do look at your ring camera pictures when you send them to me and their videos.
90% of the time, it's a spider web.
Yeah. Even as weird as something look, it's a spider web, and like say it's rained, and even if your camera is under a shelter or or a porch or whatever, and that there's a web and the rain's still going to come in and droplets in the air are going to catch in that spider web, so it's going to look
Spooky.
really cool.
It
but
does
it's
it in
not.
I have one in my basement where there is no rain.
And
And
you
just
can watch it.
Yeah, and at first, I mean, I can't take away the fact that it's creepy when you see it because it is.
It's cool. Yeah.
But watch the motion of it. And this, I mean, it took me, I don't know, a minute or so, 2 minutes to figure out that there was a pattern to it. And it was because it was kind of coming out in the screen. and doing like that, and they would go back and they would come back and do it again. I was like,
That's a definite
oh,
pattern.
that's a spider web. So
It was making a pattern.
yeah, but so not to say it doesn't look creepy, and I can't, I'd be lying if I said that I don't understand why somebody would send that in to somebody to look at, because they're creepy.
Yeah. And so if you don't know, and maybe you're already having other things happen in your house, and then you see that, I get that. I completely get that. But there are some that I've watched and I've rewatched, and I look and I see what people want to think or do think is something paranormal, but it's not.
Mm-mm.
It's not.
No.
I mean, now there are some that I have seen
Yeah, where I'm like, what the
where
fuck?
I'm like, Jesus, what was that?
Mhm.
But some of them that I see are just water droplets, bugs, spider webs, water droplets and bugs in the spider web, or separate, or together, or all of them. I mean, it's a lot of that. So just pay attention to that, and I do, and I love when people send me those, because I love to see for myself. Is this something where I can go, damn, you caught something cool?
Yeah.
Because I really want to be able to tell you that. I really do.
Yeah, that, I mean,
But-
that's my ultimate goal, is to be able to
Absolutely.
say,
We're not like
yeah,
haters or anything. We're
100%.
not like, oh, you're just
but and to put it all in perspective, I was watching last night, was out at Dad's, and with all the crap going on with Xfinity and Bally, how you can't watch the Braves anymore and all this kind of crap.
I don't know.
We couldn't watch the game,
Have
and
webs.
so we put on Paranormal Caught on Film, or Caught on Camera, and they had a scene where somebody was investigating an abandoned hospital or something like that, and they caught what looked like a head coming out from a door frame and looking at them. And the experts that they had on there was like, well, that would be terrifying. You can see, the features that look like a face is definitely looking at them. And the whole time I'm thinking, before they show that, it's an orb, piece of dust, coming towards the camera. So that made it look like if it's coming this way to the camera, there's a point where it looks like it's coming out. And this is backwards, so I'm having a hard time showing you what I'm talking about. But and I told Dad and Chandler, they were sitting there. I was like, no, watch it. It's an orb coming towards the camera. And then I saw that it even started before the back, because the door was like this to the camera. So back here would be the door frame, the back part of the door frame. Here's the front part of the door frame, and it looks like it kind of comes out. But if you watch, the orb actually passes. It hits the infrared light coming from the camera about the time it's halfway past the back door frame. So it's covering the back door frame, and then if you watch that motion, you can see it coming forward. Not one expert on the TV show, well, it's an orb. You can clearly see it passing the door frame. So my point being that even if you're watching shows like that, you're not getting true debunking in it. They're talking about the fact that if this is a face, or they're kind of backing up the stories with shows like that. And so if you've got something that looks like some of those shows, keep delving into it and see what's happening right before it. Try to look at it a little more objectively, because it looked like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh shit, I saw that. And then I kept watching. I was like, wait a minute, that didn't feel right. And then I was like, that's an orb doing that.
And people, yeah. And we all want it to be, we're not like knocking people. We all want it to be something like that. But pay attention. A lot of times it's not. And I'm not an orb person. So I kind of, and I'm not knocking those that are.
No,
I'm just saying
no.
I have a hard time with. I believe they're out there, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what
But I
did I
don't
see in my
think-
room?
Right.
Because it was round.
Right, and you saw that with your own eyes.
I saw it with, but that's the definition of an orb: is it emits its light. So
Right.
if you were taking pictures in a dark room and you didn't see it before you took the picture, then don't claim it's an orb because it's not emitting its own light, or you'd have seen it in the dark.
Correct. And you wouldn't have, because 9 times out of 10 is probably dust. I'm sorry. I don't like to be Debbie Downer, but, we
And
put...
It probably is not that there aren't paranormal orbs out there.
No, there are. I'm not saying there's not, but I think
Energy
that
orbs can be created in the what is it called? Where you investigate stuff, laboratory.
Right.
Um,
And then it's like when you're watching these TikToks and oh, look at this orb, and I'm like, you just walked through an old building.
you sat down on the couch.
What do you think those dust particles are doing?
Yeah,
Dust.
they're going.
I mean, they're going everywhere. Just you walking on floors like that. If you're in a place that's well kept and cleaned, like it's supposed to be.
The museums that we've done, though.
Still, there's
You've
dust.
got
Okay,
dust
but
orbs.
if you're walking into an abandoned place that hasn't been investigated, like these people that go into these houses that they say are abandoned, but weirdly the bed is all made and it's creepy. Anyway, but they're like, oh
That would
look,
be
that's a
creepy.
ghost. And there's I think they do that. I think they stage that. That's the problem. And people are like, oh my God, why would people just walk away with all their things? That shit's staged a lot of times. Granted, there are some old houses that still have a house full of shit. But the ones where the beds are made and the clothes are,
No,
that's some stage shit, y'all.
but
And then they're like, oh, look at that orb that just went by. Okay, well, in the areas where it's completely dusty and it looks the bed's not made, the other rooms, and the dust comes up, oh my God, that's an orb. No, you're walking, sit there for a while. If you were to sit the camera down and nobody's moving, there's no air movement, I would be a little more into watching that and thinking that it's something that's not dust. But when you're filming while you're walking, that's dust.
yeah.
Sorry.
And another thing, and we're right at time to
Right,
shut
right.
down. But another thing to remember is you're watching a 3D environment on a 1D screen. There's no depth to this.
Right.
Now, y'all know that that's behind me just because you're smart enough and you have enough living experience to know that that's behind me. But if something's moving this way, it can look like it's falling. When it's not falling, it's actually coming this way.
Right.
And so, or it's coming this way. So when you see somebody saying that this orb was traveling at 3,000 miles an hour, there's no way to.
I'm looking for a leaf. So I can...
Oh, she's going to demonstrate. Wow. Bill Nye's back.
So we have this.
We have our
I don't know if
orb.
it's going to drop right, but here's our orb. So I'm holding it between me and Kevin, kind of behind us. That didn't really work. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. But that's the whole
But there's no
if
way.
the wind had hit it the right way,
Yeah, it would look like
it
it's.
would look like it's coming at us.
Yeah, and so
And-
you can't gauge speed because you don't know if it's starting back here
Right.
and coming this way, or if it's actually falling straight down.
Mm-hmm.
So so no, it's orbs and things like that without a way to measure every element of that 3D environment, you can't track it. But anyway, so
If it emits its own light, hell yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And if you can see it with your own eyes as well as captured on camera, perfect. But if you sat outside where your ring camera is picking up stuff, where you think those are things,
no, sorry.
probably not. But I love you for showing me, because I want to know. And I will debunk it. That's just what I do. But
I'll debunk it.
not always. I mean, there are some that I've gotten, I'm like,
But
and then I make him look at it.
yeah, but look at the bright side of things like that. If you send it to somebody who's critical and they debunk this one and they debunk the next one. They debunk the next one. Yeah, that can be frustrating as hell. But if they
Then when you
finally
get the
get
real
something
thing.
and they're like, holy shit, this is legit, then it only adds that much credibility to what you filmed. So keep sending stuff.
Keep it.
Yeah, because I mean, and even when I get ones that are like, the one I was the saddest about was when they were wanting to move out of their gorgeous home that they were remodeling because they stirred something up, hearing all the reports about once you start doing remodeling, it pisses off the spirits and they do this and this and this. Look at all the orbs in this picture.
Dust.
And I'm like, there's a sawhorse in your living room with a huge ass saw, big circular saw sitting there. And I'm like, you're cutting wood in your house. You're going to have dust. So, anyway, that's my soapbox. So, good
That's our
thing we
soapbox
finally
for
got to the
tonight.
paranormal.
Yeah.
Look at that. Listen to the whole show to get your 5 minutes of paranormal.
Enjoy.
You're welcome.
We'll be back next week with some more paranormal things.
Yeah, and a whole lot more
Bullshit.
wicked. Good night, everybody.
I'm the problem. Have a great night, y'all. Wait, we gotta have Devin.
Good night.